Maximo! Achille, you told me Maximo...
Silence!
That's enough, Achille!
You little fool! I control your kingdom now, as I control the power of the underworld.
Sophia!
Behold, my dark power!
What? Not afraid of death?
There are worse things than death.
True, true. Things like that. Huh? Do ya? Do you know what that is? Achilles' drill made that hole. He frees my spirits. He frees my spirits, and he raises my dead for his army.
What's in it for me?
So, I'll return you to the mortal world.
How can I trust you?
How can you not trust his face, Here, as proof of our contract, as long as you have this, I'll keep you alive. You must find the Sorceress's Council. They will help you.
Why are you helping me?
If there's no more dead, then I'm out of a job. Now go! Good luck, Maximo!
Alright, we've got a kingdom to save, so let's get started. Oh. Well, maybe over to the right. I see how this is gonna go. This is the area where the game wants you to get used to how everything works. There are coins that we can use to buy various items, there are keys to unlock optional treasure chests and doors. And we're gonna want as many coins as we can get for a variety of reasons. One of them is these item containers that we have to buy items from. 500 coins, though, is a ludicrous price, so we're never gonna get that. In case you're wondering what it does, it just, enables us to walk on special pathways that we'll see shortly. We can kick open any treasure chests that don't have locks, but there's no guarantee that what's inside will actually be good. So we better keep on our guard. Here's a locked treasure chest. There are many of these throughout the game, and we only have a limited number of keys. So we have to choose when and where we want to open each treasure chest or door. These checkpoints can only be activated if we downward stab on them, which can only be done from a double jump. Some items in the environment drop coins or goodies for us, so make sure to explore. And there's a different animation for each way we hit the tree. And our sword gets stuck in different ways each time. Is that important? No, but it's cute. These tombstones drop spirits. If we collect a whole 50 spirits, we get another Grim coin, which counts as a continue. Right now we're learning about the basic exploratory mechanics and what kind of things we can collect. And there's one more left. These big keys often open pathways that are necessary to progress. If there's one somewhere in a level, then you need it to proceed at some point. Well, let's talk combat. We have a swift attack that we can use with square, and it's horizontal. And we have a heavy attack that we can use with triangle. These skeletons are the weakest in the game. There are different kinds of skeletons, but these ones go down in one hit from our light attack. Now let's look around the environment a little bit. A single hidden coin, but if we turn around... Hey! A diamond, which is worth 10 whole coins. That's a lot. One of the reasons coins is so important is because we need to pay to save in between levels, and it's not cheap. Doing a downward stab on these tombs gets all the spirits out at once. The skeletons stop just a spare second before they punch us, and that's the best time to strike. You can hit them before that, though, if you time yourself right. Oh, I didn't even notice that guy. Don't worry, we'll be ready for him when we see him next. Those ghosts take our spirits away, and we can recollect some of them, but not all of them. Right now we're kind of low on abilities, so we'll just have to time our attack very, very precisely. There we go. They move kind of fast, but just press the square button when they're as close as possible, and you should be able to make it. After all, it's called a quick attack for a reason. Oh, hey, that was close. Falling in lava is instant death, but really, I shouldn't have to tell you that. Now, there was a locked gate oh, hey, a zombie. Zombies go down in 2 heavy strikes. They're a bit more durable than the skeletons are, but they also move very slowly in comparison. We just got our first ability, which is a thrust, and it takes up an ability slot, of which we only have 3 right now. Now, let's see about that locked gate. And here's an extra life. Those are going to be very handy, because we will inevitably die. There's a lot of tricky platforming in this game. And sometimes the combat can be even trickier, but not so much right now, because this is just the intro stage. So if you're wondering exactly what the thrust does, it gives our heavy attack the same speed as our quick attack. That's basically its function. It also knocks over stronger enemies, so we can hit them while they're on the ground. You can see a zombified pathway, and that means that skeletons will reach out of the ground and try to hurt us, and we have to constantly jump to avoid that. These guys with shields are best destroyed with your quick attacks. Using your heavy attacks will often cause them to block. But if they do block, just block in return before they can counterattack. Immediately press that R2 button. This chest is a mimic. You want to use quick attacks to fight it because it will attack you before you can complete a successful heavy attack. So whenever you kick open a chest, you might want to have your shield up just in case. Some of the enemies spawn in coffins, but you can destroy the enemies while they're in their spawning animation if you act quickly enough. So our block comes with a catch. It turns out that we only have a limited number of blocks. That blue bar underneath our green health bar, the segmented one. That blue thing is our shield's health bar, and our shield can only take so many hits before it breaks. It is possible to get through the game without ever blocking, but oh boy does blocking make things easier. These totems fire 3 glowing skulls in a row, and then they stop. So just count the skulls and move in between them. Pretty simple. This game has a 100% game mastery statistic, and that means you have to find every hidden coin, every hidden item, destroy every enemy, and grab every spirit. And if enemies, like, say, fall down a pit, or you miss an item, or you miss a spirit, you have to go back and find out exactly which one that was. And keep in mind, whenever you revisit a stage, you have to do it all over again. So I'm not sure anyone has 100% of this game. And if they have, I salute them, because I'm not doing it, because that is ridiculous. The zombified pathways hinder our jumps, so we have to make this next jump off the platform very carefully. Couldn't get my block up in time, but that's okay, we only took 1 hit so far. That was another extra life. We'll be getting a lot of those early in the game, but they'll be very sparse later. Alright, let's see what's coming up next. A new enemy type that throws its axe at us. We can either block it or jump over it. Jumping over it is better, because that way we don't waste a shield point. There is a diamond floating over that water, but if we fall in the water, then we die instantly. We need an edge to make that jump easier, so we're just gonna very carefully jump on this railing. And that should give us the extra edge we need. That's one of the trickier jumps early in the game, but the double jump mechanic works very well, and I'll explain more later. There's another throwing axe enemy up here. They can throw downwards, so don't think you're safe just because you're on a different plane than they are. Walking behind them or to their side is the best way to attack them, because their throwing axe acts like a boomerang and will return to them. This game looks very pretty considering it came out a long time ago. I like the graphical style in particular. It's very American, but also very Japanese at the same time. In case you can't tell by the music and general atmosphere, this game is based on Capcom's other title, Ghosts and Goblins. Oh, hold on. If we're careful, we can hit the zombie while still staying on this platform and avoiding the zombified path. But yeah, this game is somewhat based on Ghosts and Goblins. I would say it's altogether about equally difficult, but it depends on whether you're good at 3D games or 2D games. Because this game straight up injects 2D difficulty and game design sensibilities into a 3D format, and that's what made it seem so difficult to a lot of people. There were people who just flat out couldn't play this thing. Eat that. We just got the shield throw ability, which is what we're going to use to hit ghosts from now on, because we can hit them with this before they get anywhere near us. And there's another locked treasure chest, but we have a spare key lying around, so why not? Why not? More armor. We can't collect 4 layers of armor, so when we get a 4th layer, we turn golden and become invincible briefly, which I did intentionally for this final, somewhat difficult fight before the end of the stage. Don't worry, we'll be seeing plenty more difficult fights later, and I will not always have invincibility armor for those, trust me on that. Every world in the game has a hub level like this one that we can use to access other levels in the same world. It also counts as its own level, for some reason. There are enemies in it, so I guess that's a good reason to count it as its own thing. But it's nowhere near as difficult. It's more of a breather. We're gonna go save, and we'll see exactly how much saving costs. 'Cause it's not cheap. So, yeah, that's the intro level of Maximo. It's a little unassuming for how difficult the game gets later, but it is a relatively long title, so... I'm just trying to jump on this tombstone because I can. I wanted to show off that there's really nothing on this game that you can't jump on, even if you shouldn't try to jump on it. This is the save point. We can use it to save or travel between worlds, but all we want to do right now is save. Also, there's a different animation for when you thrust into a tree. 100 coins to save. That's a lot. I'll see you guys next time.